Hello everyone, this is a Vote No video. My name's Brother Rob from Local 639. I wanted to talk a little bit about the contract and why I voted no specifically. I actually did vote no. I've been a big proponent for vote no. Just so y'all see, this is inside of my car. I'm at Local 639. I put all these posters up in my car every morning. And they are from Teamsters United. I know there's a lot of debate about whether people need to trust Teamsters United or not. I do. I think that they're doing a really good thing. I don't believe that our union is supporting us in the way that we do, and it really bothers me. I went to the union hall. I went to the contract meetings. I've been reading the contract online. I go to upsers.com. I read that. I go to UPS Rising. That site really bothers me. It's very propaganda-ish, as well as I do believe that it bothers me because they delete comments and we can't talk about the contract ourselves. It pretty much a vote yes page, and that concerns me because I believe that they should be impartial. However, on one hand, I do wish they would take a position at my local union hall because the National has taken a position. And Local 639 has said that they are not going to take a position on the contract. And I wish they would, because I want to pass out vote no flyers with Local 639 on them. So anyway, a little background on me. I'm a 639 feeder driver on the queue list. So this contract very much affects me because I am borrowed from delivery. I've been a delivery driver for roughly 11 years, 12 years. Went in the hub, responded, unloaded, sorted, done a lot of different multitude of jobs. Delivery, feeder. I understand a lot of the work that's involved. I understand what we go through. I understand my hat is all ripped up. It's covered in oil from sweat from the summertime. The salt stains on your shirts. The harassment from management that has not been dealt with in the contract. A lot of the things that bother me are, I'm going to start throwing names out there. Local 174, Jamie posted a video the other day bashing Tyler Bender. I support Tyler Bender. I think he has a right to do what he's doing, and he does. And his videos are based on language of the contract, and he talks about the contract. Jamie from Local 174 goes and attacks Tyler Bender and makes it a personal vendetta against him and says that she's talking about the facts. Then she comes out with a video saying that she's bothered because people are harassing her and telling her that she's a bad person. I mean, she's not a bad person. She has a right to her opinion. However, if you do background check on Jamie, you will find out that she was not a Teamster. She has not worked in any capacity in UPS from what I could gather. I called her out on the 174 page, and they deleted me and blocked me. I didn't call her names. I asked her if she had ever worked 70 hours in a package car. And she said, it's not about working 70 hours in a package car. It's about concessions. And that we don't understand what concessions are. She says that concessions are when you have something and you give it back. Well, if you read Webster's dictionary and definition of what a concession is, that is not what a concession is. A concession is when you give up something to pass a contract. So in other words, in the current language of the contract, it allows the company to work a 70 hours anytime there's an act of God and during peak. This is a concession. This is something that we give up to vote for this contract. That is the definition of a concession. The other factor is that we are losing our 8-hour guarantee. Under the previous contract says that we have 8 hours a day for 5 consecutive days of uninterrupted succession. The new contract states that we have 8 hours a day at 5 consecutive days a week at 40 hours a week if work is available, if reporting as scheduled. Therefore, if you are not reporting as scheduled, you may not have your guarantee for the week. You also will not have your guarantee for the week if there's not work available. And that's very concerning, and that language should have been strucken from the contract. However, it wasn't. And a lot of people will say, well, they have to notify you 24 hours in advance, or look at what your supplements say. That is true. In Local 639, we have supplemental language that says that they have to notify us 24 hours in advance. However, if they're doing Saturday and Sunday delivery, that means that they can notify you on Friday and lay you off. That's very concerning. So the reasons that I voted no specifically on this contract was the 70-hour work weeks for drivers. Hoffa came out with a letter during December of last year, 2017, and scathed the company. He said that 70-hour work weeks are unacceptable because of the company's mismanagement. It's a safety-related issue. It's also a health and welfare issue. That's time that we cannot get back. That's family time, valuable family time that we lose with our families, that we have to work for the company for 70 hours. Now, Jamie from Local 174 has never worked 70 hours in a package car. She has never worked 60 hours in a package car. Last peak, I worked over 60 hours in a package car. I understand what that feels like. It's not good. It's not fun. You got to work 6 days a week. You don't have time to get packages or Christmas presents for your family. You don't get to see your family. And then when peak is over, they still overload you. So I understand what the members are going through. It's very concerning because they block the comments when people try and say things like this. And then they block you as a user, as well as the new interrogation video of Local 163. They also block you. They will block you from their Facebook pages. They will not allow you to comment on their YouTube pages. And that's not what a union is about. A union is about listening to what the members want, what the members request, not blocking members. Even if you're from a different local, it doesn't matter. We are all Teamsters. We should be listening to all of our Teamsters. I've listened to the yes side. I understand the yes side. The yes side is that 224 language will allow veteran drivers to not have to work Saturdays and Sundays. There's also belief that the 224 language will allow people to have less overtime. There are concessions to some of that language, if you ask me, and I'll get to that in a few minutes. The other thing that yes voters say that are positives, which I agree with, are that they're going to add money to the health and welfare. They're also going to add money to the pensions. As well as for part-timers will receive insurance within 9 months. I do believe that those are very good things for our contract. However, the negatives, in my opinion, outweigh the positives of this contract. The negatives, in my opinion, are that we have to work 70-hour work weeks during peak, as well as anytime there's an act of God. And we all know the UPS will make that whenever they want. Now, there's language that says that they have to go before the union. However, the union allowed it last year during peak. And they didn't really have a choice. Now, some people will say, well, 70 hours is the law. Well, 70 hours is the law. That is a maximum law. We also have minimum wage laws that we don't make minimum wage because our Teamsters are supposed to negotiate a better contract than what the law is. So when people say that the 70-hour work week is a law, it may be a law, but we have a negotiating committee that was supposed to negotiate a better contract than what the law is. And I'm very angry about that. So 70-hour work weeks are the number one reason why I'm voting against the contract. The number two reason why I'm voting against the contract is because of the 80-hour guarantee elimination. Number three reason why I'm voting against the contract is because part-timers deserve at least $15 an hour. Number 4 reason why I'm voting against the contract is because there are no catch-up raises for part-timers that have been here for between 2 and 3 years. They're going to be making roughly what someone will be coming in the door at. I don't think that's acceptable. Another issue is subcontracting feeders. It says in 2019 that we have to hire 200 feeder jobs. Once those feeder jobs are filled, and all they have to do is train or hire. It doesn't mean that they actually have to hire. All they have to do is train. 200 jobs, we have 50 states. That means 4 people they have to hire, and then they're allowed to subcontract. That's a very big problem in feeders, if you ask me. Now, once again, these are my opinions, as well as understand Local 174, those are their opinions. Local 63, those are their opinions. Tyler Bender, those are his opinions too. However, if you watch Tyler Bender's videos, he actually goes in depth and goes through the contract. He uses the language as it's written. I would urge you all to read the contract and vote. Even if you vote no, I support you. If you vote yes, I support you. If we're on the picket line, I will be with every one of us. We are together. We're Teamsters. We're brothers and sisters. I support what we vote. I may not agree that if we vote yes and the contract gets rammed down our throat, I may not like that. But I will support it. And I will honor what the company and the union have come in agreement to. With that standing, I do believe that this contract is bad, and I do believe we need to vote it down. And the reasons I've stated before are the reasons why. One more reason is that they can renegotiate the contract for pensions in 5 years as opposed to 10. Now, before, they weren't allowed to negotiate until 10 years. That's concerning for me because management for UPS has already frozen the non-union employees in 2023. Now, with that standing, our contract is going to expire in 2023. So therefore, if the contract's going to expire in 2023 and their pensions have been frozen in 2023, that's concerning to me because that means that the company could possibly freeze our pensions or try to with the union. Now, once again, these are all reasons I voted no. Like I said, I've been a feeder driver. I've worked in the hub. I understand what we're going through as a membership. And that's why I vote no. Thank you.